And speaking of international, what was it like filming in Europe?
Oh my gosh, Europe was such an adventure. But as we talk about Europe, you want to take a stroll through campus?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So with filming Europe, it was such a special time because I had filmed multiple universities at that point in the US. So filming Europe was like a time to meet new people, hear new accents, hear about new cultures, but then the college experience is completely different over there. So it was a unique experience because also we didn't identify students before we went. So we would literally pull up to campuses and ask like, do you want to be in a YouTube video? Do you want to share about your college experience? Until somebody would say yes. So it was a lot different, but it was great.
What times we had, didn't we?
Yes.
How did the pandemic affect your channel?
Oh, it affected it in a unique way, but actually a positive way. So I had done all of the southern schools, had done the East Coast, and again, like I said, was about to go up to Toronto. But with the pandemic, I ended up going back home and filming these kickback series. So if you watch the kickback, which is where I took 8 Ivy League students and put them on a Zoom call and we would talk about different topics throughout the video. So that's kind of what I ended up doing, and I really loved production is what I learned from that experience and like producing a show. So it was great overall.
What a learning experience. What's the hardest part about filming these videos?
Walking backwards, which Addis is doing right now, and doing an amazing job, by the way. Walking backwards while reading questions, while thinking of questions is definitely difficult, but meeting people, like being able to find the person that wants to represent their school, wants to speak about it, that was sometimes like a little difficult. But honestly too, is getting a lot of comments of people asking me to go to certain schools and not being able to go to that school at the time, or because of the pandemic, maybe not being able to film it. So feeling like there's still some work that I need to finish.
That is so fair. And what have you loved most about the 73 question videos?
Meeting people, by far, hands down.
That's awesome. What was your favorite video to film?
My favorite video to film was probably, I went to Harvard-Yale, which is for those who don't know, Harvard versus Yale have a big football game once a year in the fall. And I went to the Harvard-Yale game and I was filming people, and I guess the Yaleys, what they do each year is one person pulls their pants down and shakes their booty at the Harvard students and across the whole like football field. And that was just so funny. I happened to be sitting on the Harvard side, and all of the Harvard students was like, Mr. Police, like he has his pants down. And that was just crazy to get on camera, that whole experience. So that was one of my favorite moments for sure.
Oh my. Give us an estimate of when you're traveling, how many people were you meeting?
Oh boy, so many. So I would film the 73 question video, I'd film a day in the life video, and then I would meet so many of whoever the interviewee was, their friends. So I would meet 50 people sometimes on campuses. I think I've met thousands from going across all the 50 different campuses that I've visited.
Wow, lots of new friends.
Lots.
What's your craziest memory on another campus?
Other than the booty shaking, I would say one of my craziest memories was when we were filming, my boyfriend and I again, when we went to Europe. We filmed at Oxford, and we filmed a dear friend of mine now, Keisha. Keisha, if you're watching, hey! Well, we filmed Keisha, and after we filmed her, which she, like I said, we were asking random people on campuses, would you want to be on in the video? So Keisha was eating a sandwich, and we just walked up to her, asked if she would want to be in the video. She said yes, and we ended up spending the whole day with Keisha in like a giant, beautiful, looked like Hogwarts, Oxford, like dining hall, and people were like working around us, putting down these beautiful silverware and plates, and we were just chatting about London, about America, our differences, our similarities. It was really a time to remember.
Shout out Keisha. So you've been all over. If you didn't go to Penn, which school would you go to?
What a great question. And every time I went to a campus, I would think, would I prefer to go to this campus than Penn? And it was always no. This was the campus for me. I actually lived in this high rise right here, my junior year, that like Penn was, oh man, we're about to walk past the Wharton School of Business, which is where it's my home. And I'll never want to go to a different school than Penn at the end of the day.
Okay, go Quakers.
Yes.
So, you filmed over 200 students, academic advisors, Ivy League admissions officers, and professors. what advice would you give to students?
I have too much advice. We got to save it for another video. We're gonna have to put it in another video. But if you are interested in receiving specialized or personalized advice, I am finally have the time to start offering my advice. So I'm gonna leave my email if you want to sign up for that in the description box of this video. So shoot me an email and we can spend some time together to talk about advice to get into whatever school or just whatever you want.
Check it out, y'all. So, would you say that filming all these videos helped you grow the Black Ivy Club?
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for these videos, the Black Ivy Club would not have been possible. I met so many people, so many amazing people across the Ivies that became really good friends of mine and that are still friends to this day because they were in a video. So definitely thankful for this stepping stone to be able to create the club that we now have, which has 780 members also, forgot to mention. So the club has grown immensely over a year and I'm excited for it to continue growing.
Wow, 780 is crazy.
Yeah.
What did you learn while filming all these videos?
Oh, I learned the power of the camera. I think my dad always taught me you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen more than you talk. But I think what the camera shows me is that you can listen, but also have a camera that allows you to ask the questions that you might have, because when people have a camera on them, they know that what they're saying could be shared with a lot of people, so they think really in depth about their answers. So I learned so much about different cultures, about different people, about life, that yeah, so many things. That's just one of the many things that this series and YouTube as a whole taught me.
And why did you stop filming?
I stopped filming because when I graduated and left this beautiful place, I needed to take a moment to figure out who I wanted to be, what I wanted postgrad to look like, and yeah, that pause was necessary. So I stopped and I reflected, and now I feel like I'm at the time where I'm ready to film again. So yes, stay tuned.
Let's go. Is there anyone you want to thank for this whole journey?
For sure. First I want to thank my boyfriend. He's here right now filming and films, like I said, on the West Coast and in Europe. I couldn't have achieved some of the things that I've achieved without him. But also my family. If you watched the acceptance video, you saw them in there. They have been my rock from the beginning of this. So my brother for making all of the music that you guys have heard throughout the videos. My mom and dad for traveling with me all over and being down to support me. But also every video that you guys watched, before I posted it, I sent it to my parents and they would watch it and proof check it and make sure that it was perfect, or give me the music's a little too loud, or this person's voice was a little too soft. Any type of feedback they would provide. So mom and dad, mwah, thank you guys. And lastly, thank you to my sister, because she went to Penn 4 years before me. And if she didn't go to Penn or show me a good example throughout life, I probably wouldn't have attended the school and this channel probably would never have happened. So lots of thanks to my family for sure for this journey.